Alright, so today I'm going to cover the ultra popular move, the Moonwalk. It looks like this. So the Moonwalk is an advanced dance move and it does require a bit of practice. I've been doing it on and off for a couple of years and I don't even think I do it as smooth as I want it to be. So today I'm going to give you guys a few tips so that as you start out you can see some faster returns as you start practicing the Moonwalk. So just a quick history on the Moonwalk. It's originally a popping move, so it goes hand in hand with gliding. And it was made insanely popular after Michael Jackson started publicly performing it. Okay, so let's go into some beginner tips, some cheating and some not so cheating. The major thing is you want to have as little friction with the ground as possible, even though you're kind of hovering your feet over the ground non-weighted. The fact is, if you're doing the Moonwalk on a rough road with stones and hiking shoes, then it's not going to look smooth because things are going to catch and you're going to run into friction problems. So my first tip is you got to have smooth dance floors. So try it on marble floors if you're lucky enough to have them at home, or you can just dance on tiles or go to a mall and find a little space where you can just practice. My next tip is you have to record yourself doing the Moonwalk because that's the only way to see if you're doing it smooth enough. Next, to reduce friction, I recommend you try doing the Moonwalk in socks. So I like using ski socks sometimes because they're thicker and a little more padded, but the most important thing is to make sure that your feet are aerated, so just wear a new pair of socks so there's not too much humidity at the bottom, and this will give you less friction. Alright, so I got my thick ski socks on and they're nice and dry. See how they work. Alright, so my next tip while I'm still in socks is to use duct tape, or here I got Gorilla Tape. I like how it sticks. And you put some on the sole, just at the ball of the feet, and you don't need to cover up the whole thing because you want to have the tips exposed so you can help get some friction to do the glide. So using duct tape helps, especially if you have high friction rubber on your shoes or the shoes have a pronounced grip pattern that can catch on things on the floor. So as you can see here, I also have another pair of shoes that have a flat sole on the bottom with no pattern, so it will work really well for shuffle dance. Of course, finding shoes like this is pretty hard unless you look for something like bowling shoes. So the problems with shoes like this, besides it being hard to find, is because it's so flat on the bottom. If there's any moisture on the ground, like a little spilt water from a water bottle, then you're going to slip pretty bad. My final tip for beginners who want to have quick results, I strongly recommend you don't do this because it makes the floor really slippery, is if you pump a little bit of pledge onto the dance floor. Again, I don't recommend you doing this because if there's other people living in your household, they could just slip and really hurt themselves badly. So if you're going to proceed with this, even after my disclaimer, just remember that this stuff was meant to make furniture really slippery so that dust won't stick on it. It's going to make your floor like a bowling lane. The one mistake that you could do is just spraying it just lavishly, and you're going to run into problems. It's going to make your floor slippery for weeks, maybe even months. That being said, if you're going to proceed, just pump like maybe 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just polish it on the spot, making it nice and wide, testing it as you go. Again, I strongly recommend that you don't do this, and I don't do this on my dance floor either because it just kills all the friction off the dance floor. Better thing to do instead is just to go to a mall and use their smooth polished floors. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. If you want to see the full program as well as a lot more combos, practices, and variations, then visit pickupdance.com.